Okay, and our last example for lesson 6.4 is example 5. Again, we're still solving using our quadratic formula. But this one's different because it's got those parentheses there. So the first thing we need to do is get rid of those parentheses. So let's distribute that n. So we end up with 3n squared minus 10n equals 25. But remember, to use the quadratic formula, it has to be set equal to 0. So go ahead and move that 25 over so we have a 0 on that one side. So we're working with 3n squared minus 10n minus 25, and now it's equal to 0. So identify again your A, B, and C. It's the same thing we've been doing. And some of y'all have told me that this one is factorable, and you're right, it is factorable, which means I'm going to get rational answers at the end. So I'm going to have to split this one and finish working it out. But remember, our directions right now are to solve using the quadratic formula. So even though I can factor this, we're still going to use our quadratic formula. All right, so let's plug that into that quadratic formula now. So pause it so you can do it. Okay, so once you have it in your formula, go ahead and start working out the pieces of it. So you have your x equals, it's a negative 10, which is a positive 10, plus or minus a square root. Negative 10 squared is 100 minus, 4 times 3 times negative 25, which is a negative 300, so it becomes plus 300 underneath that radical, all over 2 times 3, which is 6. So I'm going to have to move to the other line because I had more I wrote this time, having to work out and get it equal to 0. So we end up with x equals 10 plus or minus the square root of, 100 plus 300 is 400, all over 6. Then you need to break down that square root of 400. Well, 400 is a perfect square, so the square root of 400 is going to be 20. So I'm just going to substitute that in. Then remember, you've got no radical and you've got no I, so you need to split this. You've got two problems here. You've got x equals 10 plus 20 divided by 6, and you got x equals 10 minus 20 divided by 6. So I'm going to work out the one on the left here. We've got 10 plus 20 is 30 divided by 6, and 30 divided by 6 is 5. On the right side here, I've got 10 minus 20, which is negative 10. So I've got negative 10 over 6, which does not divide into a whole number, but I can reduce that fraction, and so they're both divisible by 2, so I get negative 5 over 3. Therefore, these are my two solutions. Hope this helps, guys.